God. Hey guys, it's Suresh. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning into another video with me today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I review primarily collector level Barbie dolls and everything related to Barbie and fashion. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell icon so that you guys are notified whenever I upload a new video. Today we are continuing with the 2017 Barbie fashion model collection. I'm very excited to review blue chiffon ball gown. I have to say I was a little bit hesitant to get her because you guys know that I'm not a fan of the new Silkstone articulated bodies, very unfortunately. I just think the joints are just so weird and their bodies are just a little bit thinner than I would have liked. Blue chiffon ball gown has exposed arms. So when I saw the promo photo, I was like, ooh, love the dress. I just wasn't crazy about the fact that all of her arms were exposed. However, I am excited to see her in person. I think the gown looks beautiful in the promotional photos, so let's see what we get in person. I also thought it was interesting because she reminds me of one of my dolls that I did last year, the beautiful brunette city shopper doll that I draped in a gray silk chiffon gown. When I saw this gown, I was like, oh, that's interesting. There's a lot of similarities in there. I was obviously super excited because I love chiffon. I love everything drapey. So this doll seemed right up my alley along with the other two that I have reviewed so far this year. So Barbie is here. She has been here for, oh gosh, about 2 weeks now. And I'm very excited to get in and see what she's all about. Blue chiffon Barbie doll came out on June 5th. So that's just about a month ago. When I saw her, I was like, ooh, girl, yes. Robert Best is channeling all the beautiful couture things that us collectors love. Okay, interesting. I did end up buying this doll from Barbie.com versus BarbieCollector.com, and ooh, she's looking a little tore up. And there are no peanuts in the box. So that is a very odd packing job. I don't know that I appreciate that considering how much I paid for this girl. Let's get her open and see what she's all about. I am so excited to see this gown in person. Here we go, blue chiffon ball gown, beautiful silkstone box that we've seen all year. I'm really curious to see the color in person because she, in her promotional photos, has this beautiful, ooh, cerulean blue gown, but I'm wondering if that's going to translate in person or not. But already I can see the blue shining through, so maybe I get to open the ribbon for the first time, which y'all know I love so much. Okay, are you guys ready? I am so excited. Here we go, number 3. Oh look, the tissue is like puffing up from her gown. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, look at that. So they did not tack down the gown. Okay, mine's the showgirl version. However, let's pull this down. What is happening here? It's stuck under her necklace. Oh wow, the color is different in person than in the promo photos. It's like a little bit lighter. Ooh. I have to say, I was expecting her to be in a larger box, only because this is a lot of gown. And in the past, when we've had a doll with this much gown, we've generally seen her in a wider box. Do you know what I mean? So I was a little caught off guard that the box was so small. I don't know. She didn't take my breath away, I guess, like the other two did, also because her dress was hiked up over her head. Here's blue chiffon ball gown in her box, up close and personal. I don't know. Something about this is just not really screaming to me. For some reason, this presentation just doesn't really do her dress much justice, in my opinion. There's so much fabric here, and I feel like they could have displayed it more beautifully. Here is the back of the box right there. Beautiful photo of her that always tends to look better than what we get these days, unfortunately. A story about her and her ball gown, and she is a gold label doll limited to 10,000 pieces worldwide. I will say she is quite heavy. I think that's also because of this fabric. There's a lot of fabric here, and it does have a nice weight to it. This is a beautiful chiffon, actually. It's a polyester blend, almost like a Georgette chiffon. Because it's not super transparent, and it does have a little bit of weight to it, which is nice because I think it drapes nicely at this scale. Once again, the certificate of authenticities this year are taped to the back of the box. Not really loving that. I feel like the taping of these certificates make them feel not so luxurious. I do just wish that they would go back to putting them in the bottom of the box that they used to, but here it is, her certificate of authenticity, blue chiffon ball gown, Barbie doll, gorgeous, and then behind that are her care instructions. She is tied in standard Silkstone packaging in the back. She's ribboned in with these cream colored ribbons, and here is her doll stand. It appears to be a black weighted Silkstone base. And then the stand portion is a saddle stand that's right there. You guys know that I don't really use these. A few of you have written to me recently saying that some of your doll stands in the Silkstones recently aren't fitting the dolls correctly and they're too tall and the doll's not fitting on them. That's really one of the reasons why I don't use them. I feel for these types of dolls, we need a telescoping stand, which is why I use the Fashion Royalty stands, which you guys also asked me a million times. They are Fashion Royalty doll stands. I buy them in bulk. As I've said before, now watch, if I ever try to buy them again, I will probably have the hardest time because I'm sure all y'all bitches are gonna go buy them. Not only was my box from Barbie not peanutted and kind of a mess, when I opened her up, she was also a bit of a mess. So, unfortunate. I don't like these types of changes, and I just don't feel appreciated when I'm buying a product at this price point, at this specialty level, and I don't feel like it's special when it's coming out of the box. Do you know what I mean? All right, here she comes. Yeah. She is double-sided taped into the gown. It's holding her at her shoulders here. Oh, weird. Is that her hairnet? Ooh, it's like purple. So I thought I would give you guys a close-up of blue chiffon ball gown before we take her apart and see what she's all about. Her face really is beautiful. She does have blue shadow on to match the dress. Gorgeous liner with really full, thick brows. Interesting hairstyle. And this is what I meant about the weird hairnet. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up what color it really is in real life, but it's like a weird purple. I don't remember seeing this in the promotional photos. Then here are her shoes. The green is really picking up on camera, I think. So not entirely sure why they gave her like seafoam shoes. You can see the double-sided tape at her shoulders there. Craftsmanship at quick glance, not the best. There is a lot of wrinkling and puckering that's happening here on the fabric. So she will need a good press and some TLC before I can really display her to my standard. So you know who else I thought of when I first saw this doll was the 2011 Grace Kelly doll that they did modeled after her look from To Catch a Thief. She has a very similar multi-layered chiffon gown in very similar shades of blue. There was like a royal blue panel that ran across that gown. It worked for Grace Kelly back then, and I suppose it could work for Barbie now. I'm actually gonna cut the hairnet off. There we go. Ta-da! It is very purple. It's like a really, really deep plum. It is gelled to the gods. That thick ass eyebrow is everything. The hair is ponytailed together with a dark brown rubber band. Not sure why they keep putting these exposed rubber bands in the hair. It's just not cute. I don't love that. Oh, what's happening here? Something is fraying and there is a big piece of thread coming down. So before that bugs the crap out of me, let me go ahead and trim that. Oh my God, you guys, these shoes really are hey-no-so. I can't even deal.
Ew.
I don't want to like poo-poo on this doll because at first I was kind of like, ooh, she's fetch. But now that I'm looking at her, I don't know, something's just not right. I understand what the ruching here is meant to do. I just don't know that I love it. But it is creating some point of interest because otherwise it would have just been just this long piece of panel down the front. Finishing on the shoulder is not the best. It looks very amateurishly done. At this level of doll, at this price point of doll, at this collection of doll, I would have expected them to fold in the fabric and create some finishes here at the shoulder because that's a very important point. Here is the gown. Oh my goodness, it is, whoa, that's a lot going on in here. Ooh, no child. All these ruches and folds just look very pressed down. In a dress like this, to maintain its integrity, the folds kind of have to be puffy and light so that it looks like the fabric kind of draped itself around her so effortlessly, but this just looks very like ironed down. It looks fake, it looks cheap, and it doesn't look natural in the way it folds. The hem on this, it's okay. it's not a hem that you should use for a sheer fabric. It should have been encased, really. So there's this beautiful kind of aqua blue underskirt, just like so. It doesn't look even, so I'm not entirely sure why. The seaming on this, again, not the right kind of seam for a sheer fabric. They could have done so much with this. I just am feeling so bummed out about this. It's the exact same pattern for both. This one on top is just ruched up to the waist. Everything is lined in this aqua blue color, so that's why we see it kind of shining through, and I do love that. I just feel like this was all done in a hurry, which is weird because the doll was back ordered when I bought her. I just don't feel wowed by this, and I'm very disappointed. Wah, wah, wah. Here is blue chiffon ball gown in the buff. I have taken the hairnet off so you guys can see what it looks like now without that on. It's a short ponytail with this heinous kind of weird chocolate brown band, and then the ponytail is split into two and curled up to both sides. So from the back, I will say, not a flattering do. It's kind of weird, but from the front, it's beautiful. This is a really beautiful piece of jewelry. We haven't seen anything like this before in recent Silkstone, so I'm appreciating that. And the stones do look to be a relatively nice quality because they are glittering and shimmering nicely there. I love the little drop on the pendant. That's beautiful. And then there's her body. It's the articulate Silkstone body that we've seen in all the other dolls. She does have her little manicure right there. I just don't love these hands. Do you guys love these hands? I just feel like they're just so cheapy and weird looking, you know? Here are her shoes. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of them off so you can see her feet. There we go. And there's the little shoe. This just is such an ugly and cheap shoe for this gown, I think. Oh, I'm so disappointed, and you guys know how much I love the shoes. I always look forward to seeing the shoes on these beautiful Silkstones, but this, no. Why is it green? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Look at this shoulder here. This is not the underside, actually. This is the top. At least this is done a little bit nicer. That's how it should be finished. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. Like, they just affixed this to the top instead of folding it from underneath and pulling it out. Silver snaps, the small ones holding the dress together. That's fine, but look at that. It's not really done very neat, no? And then you open it up and it's just like one big acid green mess in here. Look at this. Ew, what the hell? Are you seeing this weird kind of greenish, lime-ish color? Yeah, that is because all the edges on this fabric here have been burned. Now, that is a technique that is commonly used on these types of sheer fabrics to keep it from fraying, because sometimes edging and finishing these fabrics in order for them not to fray can be a little bit difficult and time consuming. I understand that, but there's definitely a way that they could have done this in a nicer, more finished look. I do like the large panels. This big piece here is beautiful, but look at the finishing on it. It's like wonk, 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 very lackluster, very ordinary. This is not how it should have been finished. So there we have it, you guys. This is blue chiffon ball gown Barbie doll for the 2017 Barbie Fashion Model Collection. Very unfortunately, I just am not really blown away by this doll. I really want it to be because the promotional photos were so beautiful, but I just feel like her dress falls so short of what it should be and what we expected. It's not a showstopper gown, in my opinion. I just feel like it looks a little bit on the cheap side. I might be selling her soon, so keep an eye out on my eBay shop. If you are thinking about getting this doll, I would say wait for her to go on sale, or just save your cash and buy another doll, to be honest. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you learned something. Please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to hit the little bell icon after you subscribe so that you're notified every Thursday when I upload a new video. Catch me on Instagram. I am at SureshNY. That's generally where I post all my updates. Until I see you guys again, Barbie and I are gonna head down to the Central Park Boathouse. There is a beautiful soiree happening there this evening, but first I'm gonna have to take her to a dry cleaner and get this gown sorted out because this Central Park would not be excited about, okay? Wherever you guys are in the world, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Big hugs and kisses for me and Barbie here in New York. Mwah! And I'll see you guys again next Thursday for another video, okay? Bye!